listen, when you're Michael Irvin, you got a lot going on. Okay? You got a lot going on. You got people pulling at you saying, will you come on my show, come on my podcast?
Yep.
You know, he's Michael Irvin. He's the playmaker.
Yeah.
So there are autograph sessions where he's got to, make people happy. That's what he does for a living. Like, that's what he does as a person, as a human.
Brings joy.
And so, I reached out a couple times, texted him. Didn't get any response. It's okay because he's got things going on. And he's one of those guys, too, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. We go so far back, it doesn't matter. Okay, he's interviewing Prime.
That's right.
He's doing stuff. He's in Colorado one day, he's in Texas the next. He's all over the map. So we reached out to his scheduler, who's fantastic, to say, how about the Rich Eisen Show? I went through official channels.
That's right.
And I get a text screen grab from Michael, texted, to confirm he's coming on the show, the back and forth with Liz. Pop it up on the screen. Here it is. But don't pay attention to the back and forth here other than I will step away from all the people who are there for my autographs to spend a few minutes with my brother, Rich Eisen, at this very moment in time. Do you see the number at the top left of your screen? 150 unread text messages. No wonder I'm not getting anything back. Put them on the screen right now.
I wish you could see Irv right now.
150, that's almost 2 times the 88, Michael. What's up?
Oh, my God, Rich. Rich texted me back. He said 150 unread. I said, Rich, how do you know that? I don't even know that number up in the corner is how many unread texts. I was like, I don't even know that.
Yeah. So no wonder. I mean, what, I got to set up a flare? Where in the world is it?
Oh,
how do I
my
get
God.
in touch with you?
That is so funny, Rich. I'm in Chicago. The show is here in Chicago.
Okay.
Right. Oh, right. I'm in Chicago. Then I'm headed to Canton, of course, for the Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Right. Today, dude.
Okay.
We got a football game today. Can you believe that?
We're here.
It's just that we're here, Rich, and the off season, all of that. And the best part about this, everybody right now believes they got a Super Bowl winner in their city. Every team think they have a shot right now. So I'm excited about starting the season.
This is it, Michael Irvin. And, of course, that's the beauty of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, right, as we celebrate the rebirth of a season by celebrating the history of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I love that you go back because, the event is that much better because folks like you go back and chime in. I love all of that. So let's just jump right into it with you, Irv, because I know you spoke with Prime. Let's just jump right into it. How's he doing? How's it going?
But Rich, he's doing great, Rich. And I'm gonna tell you something, Rich. Man, that was one of the most difficult interviews I've ever done because I knew that Deion. I knew he had cancer. He called me up and told me right away. And then I was actually carrying the burden of knowing, and wouldn't say anything to anybody because if it got out, I know he didn't even tell some of his family members. And Rich, let me tell you what hurts me so much. And I've been around a long time. I know I got to try to detach when I'm doing an interview. But to hear Deion, to hear him say that he was dealing with this on draft day, dude. You only get that day one time. You worked 20, 25 years with your kids to get them to this one place. And my heart just broke on it because think about this. Him and Stu always go back and forth talking about, I want to get drafted in a higher spot than my dad. And everybody be better projected number 2, but he would have been a higher spot. Deion, I see Deion as such a great man. He took his greatest pain and turned it into his greatest promise. He didn't have a father, and he becomes a father for all of these kids. But his kids, on draft day, he's sitting there with cancer, not telling anyone, worrying about dying, not saying anything to anyone. And just if I can have this great day for my son, it could lift my spirits. And then we know what happened on draft day. I can't even imagine. You put that's 20, 25 years of work for that one day, all gone. And everybody's probably sitting around saying, man, he's sitting on top of the world. He's got a new contract. His son about to get drafted. Man, it's amazing. But as great as that mess was, the pain and everything he's going through, look at the message that comes out of it.
No doubt.
He talks about motivation and inspiration all the time. That's his talk. God displayed his walk right before everybody. So his walk lined up to what he's always talked about. I thought, it broke my heart, but the way it all played out, really, in the end, I believe he wins.
Well, I mean, the thing that struck me about his press conference the other day, Irv, was, him getting the message out that people need to get checked out, right? Yeah. To make sure, and don't be embarrassed to check yourself out. And for him to talk in such plain language about things that men of our age, certainly if you're going through not being able to control your bladder, you don't want to talk about it. Wearing a diaper, you don't want to talk about it. And he was so open about it that maybe you take away the stigma of getting checked out. Like I really was moved by that. And, and I don't know, will there be like facilities on the sideline for him, on opening day for the Buffaloes, right? And this is what he's going to be dealing with, obviously, but he's going to be out there coaching with Sapp and Falk, our guys. I was so moved by the whole thing, Irv.
Yeah, and Rich, you're right, Rich, especially men our age, a lot of guys. I'm dealing with, I promise you, all of my friends. All of them. It seems like everybody around me, all of my close friends, have gotten some kind of cancer. And it's scary because, you be thinking batters up, get in the batter's box, batters up, that kind of thing. And it bothers you and it scares you. So yeah, it's something to worry about all the time, to be honest with you. And when you got, but I guarantee you this, Rich, what you just said, I guarantee you Deion does something like that. I've always said, no matter where he set his feet in the sand, he leaves a footprint of greatness. That means he leaves his mark. And I guarantee you he'll leave his mark on this.
Michael Irvin here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's talk Cowboys, Irv. What can you give me the insight? I mean, I know you've negotiated your contract with Jerry Jones and things of that nature. We've seen it with Dak. We've seen it now at CeeDee just last year. And now Micah's going through it again. And we know they're not going to let him go. He's not going to walk. And they're also not going to, they're going to pay him. He's going to be there. What gives? Like, what insight can you provide to us as to why the business is conducted the way that it is, Irv?
Yeah, and I heard all of the things that Stephen Jones said. You got to have guys that want to do a contract, and you can't just pay a guy $5 million over. We know the game that goes back and forth. Reality is, I think what they should do with Micah Parsons is make him that generational type player. Do the same thing with Michael Parsons as Kansas City Chiefs have done with Patrick Mahomes. If I'm Jerry, I'm stepping out right now and trying to give Michael Parsons a 10-year, $450 million deal.
Okay.
For 45 a year. But listen, and it's over 10 years, so you can spread that out and put a lot on the back end and help with the cap and give him the money right now. I want you to do what they did with Patrick Mahomes right here. And then you can always go into his contract to help with other contracts. Michael Parsons isn't going anywhere. He sings the praise. He loves the star. And he's a great, great player to have for the star. I don't understand it. Dak, I understand. You got Michael Parsons supposed to be done right now. That's the disappointing part. And that would be a great part. Right now, if the Cowboys had Michael Parsons done, it would be full steam ahead going into the season. Jerry has to be careful because you don't pay Michael Parsons. Then after you alienated somewhat Trayvon Diggs, by even bringing out that he's getting his money deducted. I thought you should have just left that in-house. Just deduct the $500,000 and leave the rest in-house. You don't have to tell the media. Because now, the next day, I see Michael Parsons and Trayvon Diggs together, standing talking about Michael Parsons saying, I want my money. 3 days before that, he was saying, I'm good. I'm taking my time. I'm okay. Things are worked out. And then, 3 days later, he was singing a different tone. Jerry has to be careful about that.
I agree with you. In the meantime, though, you know how teams grow and how, chemistry blossoms at any given moment in training camp. Yesterday, there was, while you were probably flying to Chicago, there was a fight in Oxnard. You're one of your typical training camp fights. And Brian Schottenheimer stepped in, cursed people out, made them run, including coaches. CeeDee Lamb was asked after practice, like, what did Schottenheimer say? And he said the PG version was essentially, do you want to be champions? And how there's a disciplinary factor here. There's more discipline in this training camp, then that's what the team's been needing, that it's been more discipline issues in terms of talent. And I'm wondering how you think that lands, Irv.
Listen, that's the song that I've been on a microphone trying to sing like a young Diana Ross for a long time. You're absolutely right, Rich. And let's be real, Rich. You can't leave Saturday afternoon, leave practice, and show up at the game 3 p.m. the next day and think you're going to be, disciplined and everything, while the other guys, they've been eating, sleeping, and literally doing football. You know what I'm saying? You can't just show up. So he's right. He has to put discipline on this team. And I like when I see somebody, you make a mistake, you jump off sides, you go pay for it. Those kind of things that makes a difference and make a champion. I'm telling you, Shotty's got me excited. He's creating competition under pressure all the time in every aspect of this football team. And what do you think in the end of games, what does it take to win? Competition, and you're going to be playing that competition under pressure. So creating it in practice in every way helps win games, and he's doing that. So I'm excited about it. That's why the Micah Parsons thing is even bigger. Why don't you want to give him every chance in his first year by making sure he has everybody and not dealing with these things that you can control? Just get the deal done.
And a few minutes.
Don't tell me how rocky the waters are. I don't care how much the ship is shaking. Just bring and shake the ship in and dock and say we got Michael Parsons signed. That's all you need to do.
In a couple minutes we have left, because I don't want to take you away from your adoring autograph-seeking fans. You've been through the wars with repeating and then trying to make it back. What is the biggest challenge for the Chiefs here? Irv, they went for the three-peat. They were the first team to ever go for a three-peat in the Super Bowl, and they got smacked by the Eagles. And now, everyone's talking about the Broncos when they come on this show, Chargers, Raiders might even be improved. I think everybody believes that maybe the Chiefs can get got this year. What's your message as somebody who's been through all this before?
Well, and listen, let me tell you something. I hear everybody always talking about what they expect out of the Broncos, what they expect out of the Chargers, what they expect out of the Raiders. You can expect all you want. What you know is Patrick Mahomes gonna be Pat Mahomes. I don't care about none of that. And you know they solidified that offensive line. I don't care about none. All that other stuff is hope. It's just hope. 1-5 is real, and he is live. Ain't no hope in it. You know what he's going to do. So those teams are going to be better. And they got great coaching in the division. And everybody's going to be better. But ain't nobody don't have Patrick Mahomes but the Kansas City Chiefs. And I believe the Kansas City Chiefs will be right back in the thick of things because of Patrick Mahomes. Bar none.
One day you'll be sharing a bus room with him as well. All right. So who you seeking out when you finally land in Canton? Who do you seek out, Irv?
What do you mean?
When you see who from the Hall of Fame are you seeking out? I mean, when your fellow Hall of Famers, like
I get when you get all there. Let me tell you something. I just took a picture. You know who I love here, man. I get to see, and I just saw was Megatron, Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Calvin. That right there. If I didn't see him here, and I'll see him there too. But But it's the only guy, man, I got to take a picture with him, man. I'm about to post. Because Calvin is just, man, he's that dude, man.
What about really Haley? Did you seek out Haley? Or you try to just, did you seek him out first?
Oh, yeah. I try to make sure I know what Haley. Okay. I know what Charles Haley is, so I can make sure I don't mess with him away from him. I don't want to know what he is, right? And I guarantee you, Rick, Chucky comes always with something for you to do, no matter what, because he does such a great job. He does such a great job with Tackle Tomorrow. I want to give his foundation all the credit in the world. He really helps a lot of kids with education and giving them opportunities. He does a great job. But he every time he has an ask. I need you to sign these. I need you to do this. I need you to do it. And he always said it's for the kids. Right. It really is for the kids. But I ain't never see a dude beg so much like Chuck. He will beg, but yeah. We all know Chuck is coming for the kids.
I love you, Irv. I love every bit of you, man. I miss
Rich,
you.
I hadn't been doing any TV, man, so I appreciate you bringing an old fella like me on.
Hey,
do some talk. You know what I mean?
Irv, you know this place. I would take you as much as you want. I just need to be one of the red texts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll get it done.
How do I get in the read text? How do I get out of that? How do I get out of that blue 150 oval at the top left of the screen? How do I get out of that?
150.
How do I get out of that phantom zone? You know what I mean? Like what?
Rich, you just put the text up where I said, "How do you know I got 150 unread?"
That one. Yeah. And by the way, I said just look at I circled it in a yellow and I'm like arrowed it. I'm like that right there. And then that face is an emoji. He has his own crying, laughing Irv emoji. I should put that up. I don't have that.
I don't know anything, man. I'm so technically illiterate.
I get it.
That's why Liz and everybody take care of all of that for me. So I know. That was funny, Rick. That was funny.
Love you, Michael Irvin.
Man, I love you.
I'm going to call you later. I'm going to call you later.
All right.
Answer my call.
All right. There go Calvin Johnson walking by right now.
Oh, is that right?
They just asked me. Come on, Calvin. Come on. They just asked me who's the one guy I want to see. And I told him right here. I said, Megatron, the only dude I want to see right here. You see this man right here? It's Rich Eisen.
What's up, Megatron?
I told you, this is the man I want to see right here. This is a bad man. He walked right by.
Hold on a second. Combined snaps I can get out of the two of you right now. Combined snaps.
I told Calvin that. I told him, I said, boy, don't you? I said, you still look good, but we ain't gonna never let him get up. We ain't gonna let him get up.
I need a number. Combined snaps of what I can get out of you guys right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. How many snaps?
You heard what he said? And I'm gonna echo that. You ain't got nail snapping me neither. He said, hey, talk about it now. We gonna look good, but ain't none of this function.
Take care, you guys. There you go. It's Michael Irvin.
Love you, Rick.
Love you too. Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin.
That was incredible.
All right.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.